Hello to everyone. Hello and greetings and salam alaikum, hotep, and all that good stuff. So, do Africans have a lower IQ than white people? Is the topic of today. Because after I recorded my video where I was responding or reacting, I don't like that word. I was responding to that video interview with Jared Taylor. I think his name is Jared Taylor. Talking about how he wants America to be white, and he wants it to be predominantly white, and to So I was commenting on that and stuff. Pretty interesting. If you didn't see it, check it out. But so in the comments and stuff, and this even in other videos which are not mine, that some saw some people saying some crazy shit, and I responded to that too. And so people basically started saying, as well as that individual Jared. I don't know why every time I say Jared, I want to say Jared Kushner. I don't know why. I don't even know a Jared Kushner. But anyway, that guy. And I don't know him. Okay, I just found some videos of him talking about that stuff, and apparently he represents that sort of thing. And anyway, so pretty interesting debate nowadays in the U.S. So he said that black people have a lower IQ than black people, than white people, and North Asians, which he meant by North Asians is Japanese, Chinese, and all that, have a higher IQ than white people. And he says, "Oh, it's genetics. It's just the way you are." And this idea is very dangerous, and it's untrue. That's why I call it an idea. If it was true, it would not be an idea. It would be a fact. And I will prove that to you today. Why is it dangerous? It's dangerous because it creates more prejudice against blacks and brown and non-white, especially black and brown. And it's dangerous because then it gives an excuse for cops to mistreat black people, to kill black people. It gives an excuse for people to just to hate hate black people, despise them, look down on them because because anyway, since you're black, you're less intelligent. You're less intelligent than me, no matter what you do. You're born that way. And it's dangerous because it puts black and brown people in a very dangerous position. That's why it's dangerous. Now, why is it untrue? It is untrue because, first of all, this IQ thing that white people keep imposing on the rest of the world. I don't want to say white people, but Americans, okay? America keeps imposing. I think it's America that's imposing this, but yeah, I think it's a European thing overall, but yeah, let's just call it a white thing for now, for lack of a better term. The IQ test is a test that was made to evaluate one's intelligence. What is intelligence? Every people has a different definition of what intelligence is. For instance, yet the European definition of intelligence is mainly based on the intellect. That's why white people think the more you read books, the more you memorize shit, it means the more you are intelligent. That's why, they're all like, all they have is information. I don't want to say they as though I'm talking about one whole race as one thing, but their system of education is all based on intellect. Intellect is basically memory and yeah, sorry, memory and gathering of information. For a white person, someone who gathered a lot of information is intelligent. For ancient people, meaning black and brown, for us that's not intelligence. That's very easy. A piece of paper can do that. A piece of paper can do that. You write down whatever you want, and you just have that stuff right there. But instead of a piece of paper, you just put it in here. That does not make you intelligent. What you do with that information is what makes you intelligent. So, it's your sense of being critical, looking beyond things, having an intuition about things, feeling things. Like, for example, that Jared Taylor guy in that interview said something about pygmies. Pygmies. Pygmies are not as smart. Blah blah blah. Well, take any person, any white person, to the forest of Africa. Keep him there, and see if he survives better than a pygmy. Don't give him his guns and his clothes. Fair game. Let him start from scratch, just like pygmies, not wearing anything. So you see, there's different intelligence. There's different dimensions of intelligence. There's different parts of intelligence. And this guy is talking about what white people are smarter than black people, as though it's like prove that. Prove it. You may be more brutal. You may be more relentless. You may be more ruthless. You may be more violent, more aggressive. And that's how you got your power. But how does that make you smarter? How does that make you smarter? I don't think it's smart for someone to, first of all, you talk about you don't want immigrants in your country, and he looks down on black people. That's a fact. Since he thinks they're less intelligent, they have a lower IQ. I mean, it's just so ridiculous. I don't know where to start. And my point is, you can't take a people from their land, enslave them for several hundreds of years, abolish slavery only on paper, but they're still treated as second or third class citizens, not having the right to eat where white people are, watch movies where white people are, sleep where white people are, live where white people are, or study where white people are, or work where white people are. Well, work maybe it's okay because they know that they can work, okay? They know black people can work, so they don't mind that. So you exploit these people, and then at the end you're like, oh, we want our country back. Yeah, we want it to be white. Dude, it's too late. It's too late. You can't. Look, you've made black people and brown people part of your country, part of your culture, from the minute you stole them from Africa. It was too late. That's it. You stole them and you brought them to your country to work. You cannot make America white again. That's impossible. America is white, black, brown, yellow. That's what it is. That's what you made it. It's too late to start whining right now and say, oh no, we're our forefathers, they made a white country and we want it just to remain white or predominantly white. I mean, it's just ridiculous. And the way they're gonna do that is ridiculous too. Because listen, man, if America existed way before slavery, and you were white for like hundreds of years or thousands of years, and then one day non-white people started coming in, then you do have the right to say, hey, listen, I want you guys to get out. But you bring non-white people to your country. You brought non-white people to your country to work for you, to do all kinds of things for you, and now you don't want them to be part of your country. That is, I'm not whining or anything. And by the way, I don't even live in the States, okay? Just to be clear on that, I don't live there. I don't want to live there, okay? I'm happy where I'm at. So, you know, so someone who thinks like that, for me, I mean, well, regardless of what your IQ test says, you are not smart, okay? You are not wise. So there's smart, there's intelligent, there's intuitive, and there's wise. So there's a lot of dimensions of intelligence. There's not just one type of intelligence. So now you are defining what intelligence is based on a white standard, and then you want to impose it on other people. If I evaluate you in a way that evaluates your intelligence, but it's not a white European way, it's a Asian way or an African way, you may seem very stupid. But I would be the first one to say, hey, that doesn't mean that he's stupid. Okay? That doesn't mean that he's stupid. So you don't evaluate people like that. Especially when you've created a situation where people are fighting for food and for just a decent moment of breathing and saying, oh, thank God I'm alive, and just enjoy life. People in the third world are just being bombed and killed every day and exploited and oppressed. And that guy, Jared Taylor, says, oh, that's all in the past. History has a lot of bad things happening. But now we don't invade people. Blah, blah, blah. But you just invaded Iraq. What do you call that? You went to disarm Saddam Hussein from the weapons of mass destruction. Everybody knows that you've invaded Iraq. Okay, I got family in Iraq. My father is from Iraq, and I know. I seen from the minute Americans started going in 2003, and yeah, just bombing everything, bombing the people, killing the people. They don't care. They don't care. They don't care. Because at the end, even if you say, "Hey, you killed my family," blah blah. Oh, we're sorry. Well, that happens. It's a war. They know they're going to get away with it. So of course they would do it and not care. They're not moral people. They're not moral. I mean, they're not even human. But they think they're intelligent, the most intelligent. Even a murderer can be intelligent. Even a criminal can be intelligent. But your intelligence is based on hurting people. We don't need that kind of intelligence in the world. We don't need people who use their intelligence that way. We rather have people who use intelligence to make the world a better place for everybody. Black, white, brown, yellow, red, everyone. So people of ancient civilizations, their sense or their understanding of intelligence is more inclined towards that, towards one who is sensitive to nature, one who knows the importance of one, one who looks, one who sees ahead of other people, one who's wise, one who can relate to other people. That's what intelligence is. Because you, white man, are saying that my definition of intelligence is the only definition of intelligence, and if you don't fit that definition, then you're not intelligent. That's unfair. You make the rules of the game, and then you bring people in who are not part of the game. And then you judge them by your rules, and you say, oh, hey, no, you suck. That is the most childish thing. And that right there, my friend, is the proof that you are not as smart as you think you are. Not because you're white. Not because you're white. I don't have that prejudice. Not because you're white. You just happen to not be smart. I know a whole lot of white people that are 1,000 times smarter than you. Incomparably smarter than you. And that's that, and we need people like that. And we need to stop thinking that the IQ test stands for anything much, because the IQ test is just a way to evaluate one aspect of what intelligence is. And even before you evaluate someone on that one aspect of intelligence, first you gotta see, well, you can't evaluate someone who's been oppressed their whole life, who is alien to the land or to the nation that they're living in, who has been through discrimination since he was young. I've been through discrimination at the American school where I've studied at the age of 5 and 6 and 8 or 9. Like, discriminated, like I was almost hit. The principal was intimidating me so much, and he saw that I was really scared out of my head, shaking and everything, and he would still scream and push me around and take me to his office and until I fainted. When I fainted, he didn't come and wake me up gently and are you okay and please help bring some. He just screamed out my name as loud as he can, and that's how he woke me up across the room. Like, he didn't even come to check on me, and I woke up with fear. And another teacher, first grade, she just made me flunk. That's a very old word. I don't know the new term, but anyway, she made me fail first grade just for sleeping in class. First grade, man. First grade. My friend, my childhood friend was trying to wake me up when I was asleep once in class in first grade, and she was like, "Don't wake him up. He's going to fail." And she was always, I never felt any love in her heart towards me, especially. And she was very, very American. I never hated her, I mean, for me, it's my teacher, my teacher, whatever. Like, I don't hate or love. Of course, I love my teachers, if they're nice to me and if they're, but she was just very hard, and only with me. I mean, mostly with me, and I didn't pay attention if she was like that with others, but she was like that, especially with me, because it was very clear that I was a brown child. So, I've been through discrimination a lot of times since my childhood in that school, with foreigners, with white people. I'm not saying all white people, just some of them, and I only knew some, but I also knew others that were Not at all like that. So what I'm saying is you cannot evaluate someone like you say black people have a lower IQ. Well, you did not allow or help black people in your country, which is your responsibility because they are Americans and they live there because you guys brought them there. Okay, so they're your responsibility. You did not allow them to have the same opportunities as a white child in school, in society, in the professional world. So that in itself destabilizes, brings down the morale of the person. That in itself, even if the person is much smarter than you, they're not going to be able to manifest their whole potential when you put them in that state. So then you say, oh yeah, white people have a higher, much higher IQ than blacks. So therefore, blacks are not as smart as white people. Give me a break, man. Come on, get out of here. Anyways, I'm not gonna keep rambling about this. I just wanted to touch on these points. I'm going back home. Right? See, it's beautiful here. It's nature. I love making videos here whenever I'm here. So that's why I made a video this time in English. So I'm barefoot as always. Oh yeah, I'm a savage. I'm not smart, right? Because I'm walking barefoot. Well, nature, there's nothing smarter than nature. Because you came out of nature. And nature nurtures everything. And the more you are nurtured, the more you can use your whole potential of intelligence, physical activity, longevity, health, everything. Not just intelligence, everything. Every potential will be heightened to its highest peak. Alright? Thank you very much. I'll see you guys later.